kid, I'd take a trip every summer down to Mississippi, visit my granny in her antebellum world. I'd run barefooted all day long and climb the trees free the song. One day I happened to catch myself a little squirrel. I stuffed it down in an old shoe box and punched a couple of holes in the top, and when Sunday came I snuck him on into church. I was sitting way back in the very last pew, showing up to my good buddy Hugh, when that squirrel got loose and went totally berserk. But what happened next was hard to tell. Some thought it was heaven, others thought it was hell, but the fact that something was among us was as plain to see. As the choir sang, I surrender all, the squirrel ran up, hard looped his coveralls, hard leaped to his feet and said, "Someone got a hold on me!" Yeah! That day the squirrel went berserk in the First Baptist Church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was the fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and shouting hallelujah. Well, Harv hit the aisles dancing and screaming. Some thought he had religion, others thought he had the demon, and Harv thought he had a weedy to loose and his fruit to lose. He fell to his knees to pleading big, and the squirrel ran out of his breeches leg unobserved to the other side of the room. And all the way down to the amen pew where sat Sister Bertha Better Than You, who'd been watching all the commotion with sadistic glee. You should have seen the look in her eyes when that squirrel jumped her gaiters across the thighs. She jumped to her feet and said, "Lord, have mercy on me." As the squirrel made a lapse inside her dress, she began to cry and then to confess that sins that would make a sailor blush with shame. She told of gossip and church dissensions, but the thing that got the most attention was when she started talking about her love life, and then she started naming names. That day the squirrel went berserk in that First Baptist Church in that sleepy little town of Pascagoula. It was a fight for survival that broke out in revival, and we're jumping pews and shouting hallelujah. Well, 7 deacons, the pastor got saved, $25,000 got raised, and 50 volunteered for missions in the Congo on the spot. Even without an invitation, there are at least 500 rededications, and we all got baptized whether we needed it or not. Now you've all heard the Bible story, I guess, how he parted the waters from Moses to pass. Oh, the miracles God has wrought in this old world. But the one I remember till my dying day is how he put that church back on the narrow ways with a half-crazed Mississippi squirrel. Hey, that day the squirrel went berserk in the First Baptist Church in the sleepy little town of Pascagoula. There was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and shouting hallelujah. Hey, the squirrel went berserk in the First Baptist Church in the sleepy little town of Pascagoula. There was a fight for survival that broke out in revival. They were jumping pews and shouting